The Denver Botanic Gardens strives to both entertain and educate their guests through outreach and collaboration with the community. Today we're speaking with Panayoti Keladis, or PK, the Senior Curator and Director of Outreach, about what we can plant in our own backyards. All right, thank you so much for being here. Let's just start off by saying that the gardens are now open, and what can people expect when they visit?
The outside gardens are absolutely fantastic right now. The water lilies are in full bloom. Annuals are in peak bloom.
We're approaching late summer. Are there any flowers that can be planted now or actually into the fall?
I think this is one of the most appreciated times of year for planting. The weather is still warm, but it's starting to cool off a little. You'll notice at night. And what happens right now is that the plants are really putting roots down deep. And we've discovered that August, about the middle of August to the end of August, well into all the way up into October, is a great time to plant most trees, shrubs, and especially perennials. Perennials love the late summer growing season because it's cooling off every night, and they are very active. People don't realize, even in the wintertime. So you plant a perennial in the fall, and it will grow considerably before next spring.
I guess that was my next question. Obviously, fall is a good time to plant perennials. I don't think a lot of people understand how much they actually do grow year-round, especially in these fall and winter months, correct?
Well, the roots are really what grow. And even though it freezes near the surface of the ground, often the ground in the course of the winter here is warmer than people realize. So no, absolutely. I put in a small perennial in September and, a small size. And by spring, it's like a big gallon size. So no, it's a great time to plant. And many of the nurseries right now are giving some specials for things, but they have a full assortment of plants still.
Also, let's talk about apartment or condo dwellers with limited outdoor space. What about plants that do well in containers?
I particularly recommend for beginners, I'd look at hens and chicks and sedums. Those are two kinds of hardy succulents that are extremely cold hardy. And if you plant a container, a frost tolerant container, it has to be something that can hold up through the winter, in a good, well-draining mix, and you can do a little landscape with some rocks. Plant a bunch of hens and chicks, the sempervivums, in that, and they look beautiful all through the winter and all year round, as a matter of fact.
Well, COVID has sparked the interest of a lot of people now into gardening, maybe who hadn't done it before and are already thinking ahead into the future. So do you have any planning tips for people who are thinking ahead to their 2021 flower garden?
Well, I absolutely would say my number one priority for everybody this time of year is bulbs. I remember I went to Europe a few years ago, and the gardens are just full of tulips and daffodils and crocuses. Well, we could have that too, but you don't see them in Denver much. And so you can be the one in your garden neighborhood. And they love Colorado. And they're one of the biggest bargains imaginable. You can get a whole bag of bulbs, mail order, for peanuts. I mean, literally pennies on the dollar, and you plant them, and year after year they get bigger and better. So go out and get some bulbs in a few weeks, or look, a mail order, there is a good time to get them now. The garden centers won't have them till probably I'd say late August, July, and into September.
Oh, the tulips, don't we love those? PK, thank you so much. You can visit the Botanic Gardens at their York Street or Chatfield Farms locations. Tickets must be purchased in advance on their website at botanicgardens.org. Thanks for being with us here on Mile High Living. We will see you for more Home and Garden Experts tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Have a great day.
Furniture provided by Colorado Casual Furniture.